First off, I just want to say thanks for showing all the love and support on my last video. I really appreciate that. Who would have thought that slandering the Supreme Kai would have had such a huge ripple effect? So does that mean I gotta start calling him the GOAT now? No. Now that we've got the emotional stuff out of the way, let's get back to business. Zamasu. When you say his name, you think about the GOAT, Goku Black. Now in my honest opinion, I think Zamasu might be the biggest hater in Dragon Ball history. I know. When someone like Frieza exists, who is pound for pound the greatest racist of all time, and Goku's biggest op, then there's also Baby, who can be considered the second greatest racist of all time. Maybe even number one, depending on the circumstances.
That just goes to show you no matter how much a monkey evolves, it's still a monkey. How is your father?
What? Hey, yo, what the?
Now, what separates Zamasu from the rest is he doesn't discriminate. He doesn't care if you're black, white, green, or pink. If you were beneath him, then he was hitting you with the hard M. And by that I mean mortal. He hated the way that you walked, the way that you talked, the way that you dressed. It didn't matter. Zamasu is everything that fraud Supreme Kai should have been, which is raw, powerful, and a tad bit racist. His ideology reminded me of Lucifer from Supernatural. Just the way that he hated human beings and what to do about them just gives off that Lucifer feel to me. Shout out to you if you're a Supernatural fan. First time we saw this man, he was a house slave, serving up tea for Gowasu. Okay, stop real quick. This is my first time noticing this, but why do all the Supreme Kais have the same type of hairstyle? Each one has that damn mohawk or some variation of it. You expect me to believe that not one of the Kais from the past didn't have a wave check or afro or something? Now I see why Kibito hasn't been promoted yet, because he's still in his majestic hair era. But then again, after getting exposed by Deborah, that's probably why he hasn't been promoted yet. We find out Zamasu was a low-ranking deity with the power of Supreme Kai, but since he had hands, he was being groomed to be the next Supreme Kai. Gowasu takes a sip of that tea and says that he could tell that Zamasu had a pure heart and was a loving person. Now I'm not a tea guy, unless it's the sweet tea from Chick-fil-A or Brisk iced tea, but unless you're Uncle Iroh, ain't no way in hell you can see someone's soul just from how good they make tea. Zamasu's like, yeah, I ain't trying to hear all that. So what's up with these mortals we gotta protect? Are they worth protecting? Why not just kill them all? And I'm sitting here like, there's no way in hell you hear someone say that and think that he's an okay guy. That tea must be laced with more than just tea because...
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Gowasu tells him to know his role and go make some more tea. Nah, he didn't say that last part, but he might as well have because that's pretty much what it sounded like to Zamasu. So Beerus and Whis pull up to investigate Zamasu. Goku runs up to him and Zamasu has that look that every black person in the Jim Crow era experienced at least once. Zamasu's like, what is this mortal doing in the sacred land of the Kais? And is all buddy-buddy with the gods. Goku is touching all over his body like Diddy did with Meek Mill. And Zamasu, with the racist white woman reaction, was like, how dare you touch me? Now I don't blame his reaction because I don't want no stranger touching all up on me either. Goku wants to spar with him and Zamasu's like, boy, if you don't get your cabbage picking ass up out my face. Gowasu sets him up for failure and is like, maybe fighting this mortal will make him change his ways. Now Zamasu's feeling himself. He's got a god of destruction and an angel watching him fight, which is the equivalent of Jordan Poole seeing Batty sitting courtside. And it's against a mortal? Yeah, he definitely thought he was putting up Will Chamberlain numbers. Goku powers up to Super Saiyan 2 and went straight to work. Zamasu hits him with the wax on wax off technique and thought he was about to win. But Goku said this ain't the first time I fought somebody, and starts embarrassing him in front of the hoes. Goku did this man so bad that he started having inner monologues with himself. And to make matters worse, Goku did that stop mid punch trait that always backfires somehow. Zamasu was about to crash out once he saw Goku extend his hand out like Goku was the god and Zamasu was the mortal. Gowasu tells him that I hope getting exposed in 4K helped you change your views of mortals. But Zamasu's like, yeah, these mortals are way too dangerous and I gotta put an end to them. After Zamasu catches his first mortal body, I could have sworn he had a post-nut clarity and was like,
hey, that's pretty good.
Except his post-clarity was true justice and killing mortals. Zamasu calls Gowasu out about just sitting around and doing nothing, when we should be more hands-on. After this, Zamasu says Goku laid hands on this sacred ground and laid hands on a god. Now he was low-key starting to sound like Beerus when he told Frieza to destroy planet Vegeta, but that's just me. Now he begins to form his diabolical plan of eradicating mortals. Quick side note. Now I know I gave Shin a lot of shit in my Supreme Kai video, but I think Gowasu might be up for debate as the worst Supreme Kai in history. Because this man did everything in his power to prove Zamasu right. Dare I say motivate him even more. He showed him the time rings. He had him fight a mortal just to get exposed. He showed him the worst kind of mortals to try and prove that they are good. And the most heinous act of all was giving him the password to his GodTube account.
Oh my god!
All that nigga Gowasu cared about is drinking tea. Even after Zamasu got turned into a pack, he was still thinking about him. This man was sitting staring out his window in the rain thinking about all the good times he and Zamasu had. I'm like, bro, this nigga T couldn't have been hitting that damn good. Snap out of it. I'm starting to think that he was serving more than just tea to Gowasu. No diddy. Like this man killed every single mortal and you still thinking that he's a good guy. Like come on bro, you gotta snap out of it. They arrive to the future and Goku Black puts everybody on notice by transforming into Super Saiyan Rose, which is better in my opinion than him transforming in Super Saiyan in the manga. Right when Black is getting ready to kill Goku, Zamasu pulls up and says, I'm the only one that gets to kill Goku. Now this is where things start to get spicy. Zamasu uses Vegeta's playbook during his villain days and makes his body invincible so that he could carry out his Utopia plan. Which I want to point out, Zamasu was acting pretty zesty when he got his body immortalized. This man was taking all kinds of facials, getting penetrated from the back. This man was getting the whole shebang. Man was looking like he was auditioning for a casting couch. Zamasu from the past hears that Gowasu is planning to retire and become a GodTuber and was like, hell nah, this is the last straw right here. I'm not about to sit around and watch this nigga become a vlog channel. He starts hunting for the Super Dragon Balls while finally got more information about Goku. Whis and the rest figure out that Zamasu is planning to kill his master in order to move forward with his plan. They arrive to Universe 7 just in the nick of time to stop him from killing Gowasu. After hearing that his plan actually works, he's like, if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna take the mortal that caused all my pain and suffering. But Beerus, being the GOAT that he is, erases Zamasu like your browser history. But they go back to the future only to realize that Zamasu and Black are still around, which is because of the time ring being a plot armor device. It's revealed that Zamasu and Black are the same person. He used the Super Dragon Balls to switch his body with Goku like Ginyu did in the Frieza saga. Only difference is that he knows how to use his body. But it's much deeper than that. Zamasu saw Black kill his master and it was love at first sight. Like, you know how diabolical you gotta be to see your biggest op do what you wanted to do and the first thing you do is give him a hug? Zamasu wants to live in a world without any mortals. Basically Thanos if he went full measure instead of half. Zamasu pulls Goku to the side and is like, you wanna know what happened to your family? He asks for the Super Dragon to switch his body with Goku. Now this is the Battle of Gods Goku we're talking about here and not current Goku. So he kills Goku and then he kills Chi-Chi and Goten. But what about Gohan? He didn't say anything about him. He didn't say he killed him. Oh well, Gohan probably didn't even put up a fight anyway. The first thing Black probably did was take this nigga's glasses off and he collapsed right after. Now this is why Zamasu is the biggest hater to me. This man got exposed by a mortal, then afterwards took over that same mortal's body, killed his family, and then rubbed it in his face the first chance he got. Like, I'm telling you bro, when Frieza finally gets turned into a pack, him and Zamasu are going to be the best of friends in hell. They're going to be talking so much about how much they hate Goku, and then Zamasu just going to rub it in Frieza's face like, yeah, but I'm the one that actually killed him, so hey, I'm better than you. Hell, they probably got a I Hate Goku club down there already. Like, this man's hatred for Goku was so real that just the thought of killing him makes him sleep easy at night. He even turned down the opportunity of Bulma throwing it back on him.
Telling you, consciousness over coochie, politics over punani.
Now that couldn't have been me, I'm just saying. Especially if it was BBL Bulma and not just the regular Bulma during this time, yeah, I would have folded instantly. Zamasu gets caught lacking and gets hit with the evil containment wave, which would have worked if they didn't forget the seal. Zamasu's life flashes before him and he starts acting like Supreme Kai for a second. Our Supreme Kai. But that wasn't even enough to satisfy his distaste for mortals. This man got exposed so bad that he had to fuse with Black just to get even, thus creating the most powerful divine hater of all time, Fuse Zamasu. Man's hatred was so strong that it expanded all across the multiverse, and thus leading to Xenosama completely eradicating him, and thus resulting in Zamasu's Zero Mortal plan actually working. Like Zamasu set a new standard, or a new bar for Dragon Ball villains. He stood on business and accomplished his goal. Do you think Zamasu is the biggest hater in Dragon Ball? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.